welcome Rachel Montenegro.
Hi, welcome, and thank you everyone for joining us here. And I know we have people around the world that are virtually joining us, so thank you so much. My name is Rachel Montenegro. I'm a part of the sustainable packaging team here at Amazon, and really excited to be sharing with all of you a way that you can lower your FBA fulfillment fees, reduce excess packaging with the Ships and Product Packaging program. So today we're going to be walking through an overview of the program. We're going to be talking about how you can design your product for e-commerce, at which point I'll be asking my colleague Heather to join us on stage. We'll be going through how you can get started today, and then going into some case studies and examples for inspiration. And just a quick reminder, we will be having a Q&A at the end of the session, a live Q&A. So if you haven't yet downloaded the app, please download the Accelerate app. You can check the back of your badge for instructions of how to do so. You can submit questions, vote on other people's questions, and we'll be covering those at the end of this session. So first, let's take a step into the shoes of our customer. So first, everyone must have ordered something from Amazon, right? And you know that experience. You get your product on your doorstep, you get this big box, you have to open it up. Inside is another smaller box with a lot of packaging material to make sure that it's safe, which is really important. But this can also be very frustrating. You now have to break down every box, put it in the right recycling bin, your bin is filling up. It's not a great unboxing experience. So together we can make this a better unboxing experience. We can remove this box within a box, and that's what we're here to talk about today. We know that our customers want their product to arrive damage-free. They want their packaging to be appropriately sized, minimally wasteful, and recyclable. So, with the Ships and Product Packaging program, you can certify your ASINs to ship without any Amazon added delivery packaging. So let's take a look into this. Now, the customer orders the product, they see your brand. That's the first thing that they see. You control the delivery experience, which means that now when they break down that one box and they put that into their recycling bin, they're going to connect your brand and your product with that improved experience. So throughout this presentation, we're going to be talking through some tips, some tools and resources we've built to help enable you in this journey and in this program. Taking a look at how packages can be delivered today, Amazon may add delivery packaging, and that could be in the form of rigid packaging, which you see on the left here, or it could be flexible packaging like a poly bag, a padded mailer, or a paper bag. But some of these products can ship without any Amazon added delivery packaging, and that's what we call Ships and Product Packaging, as you can see on the right here. This example is certified to ship without us adding an additional overbox from Cloud Paper. And in 2022, 11% of packages shipped globally were shipped without any added packaging, and we're really hoping to work with all of you and all of our selling partners to work and increase this number. So, before we go further, we're going to take a look at a quick video to see what effort this impact is making.
So, you just received a product from Amazon without Amazon packaging. It's one of our programs that reduces the packaging you receive. We perform rigorous tests to know exactly which products can reach you safely without an additional Amazon box or bag. We can send millions of popular purchases to you this way. Need additional packaging next time? You can always add it when you check out. It's free. By using less packaging, together, we can reduce the carbon footprint of our deliveries, as well as the amount of stuff that needs to be recycled. Since 2015, this has helped us reduce packaging per shipment on average by 41%. That's more than 2 million tons. Less packaging, more smiles.
So, announcing the launch of the Ships and Product Packaging program. So earlier this year, we launched a pilot program known as the Ship and Own Container, or SIOC pilot program, with select sellers. And the goal of this was to really understand what could we do to make a program that our selling partners would love. And today we're announcing the full-scale launch of the 2024 program under a new name, under the Ships and Product Packaging. This has the same basic tenets as SIOC, but we have new resources, new tools, and some new exciting features coming next year. And we're gonna be walking through those today. So take a look at what is ships in product packaging. This is when we ship your item without any added Amazon delivery packaging. It will remain in your custom brand packaging when it's delivered to the customer. This results in reduced packaging waste and a better customer experience. And we heard from our selling partners that joined the pilot this year that this is a really exciting opportunity and will help them remain profitable and sustainable. And we're looking forward to continuing that next year. So jumping into the benefits. Step 1, you can connect with your customers. Your brand is the forefront of the delivery experience. That means the first thing they see is your brand. It's a great marketing opportunity for you. It's a better unboxing experience with less packaging. And so your customer will connect your brand to that unboxing. You can also save money in a few ways. First one is directly saving through FBA fulfillment fee discounts, which I know everyone loves a discount. So here in the 2023 SIOC pilot program, we're offering discounts for 1 year from the time that the ASIN is enrolled, as long as it's enrolled this year. But we are announcing that in 2024, we're also going to be offering lower fulfillment fees. And we'll be sharing some more details later this year on those fee rates. You also have the opportunity to reduce your inbound transportation costs. So by taking a package from a large to right sizing it, you can fit more packages on a truck, which means you can pay less as you inbound it to Amazon. You can also reduce on your packaging costs. The e-commerce customer doesn't need the expensive packaging elements like hang tabs, glossy packaging, windows. You can remove those and really focus in on packaging that helps the product remain damage-free, which could potentially lower your cost of goods. And then, very importantly, with less packaging waste, less excess packaging, and getting less trucks on the road, we can reduce our carbon footprint together. So we know customers want reduced packaging. In a poll of 10,000 EU shoppers, 76% told us that they believe many of the products that they purchase, they don't need that extra packaging. And 56% said it's really important that the packaging the product does have is recyclable with the rest of their household waste. And we've been working really hard through this process to bring more visibility to this program with our customers in their shopping journey. So at checkout, customers are notified when their item is shipped without Amazon added delivery packaging, but they do have the option to add it at no cost. This is a great option if it's a gifted item or something they'd like concealed for privacy reasons. Even if they choose to add that Amazon packaging, in our pilot program, the seller will still receive the discount on that unit. But we want to make sure we preserve the customer experience. We also are really working to bring visibility to customers by adding on-package messaging. We're currently testing this in the EU. And the goal of this is that when the customer receives the product with no Amazon added delivery packaging, they'll be notified why it was shipped that way, and they'll have a QR code that they can scan to go to a website to learn more about the program. We've also heard from our customers that sometimes the shipping label is not easy to remove, and it can affect the product's appearance. So we're working to address that feedback. In user studies, 90% of Amazon customers told us that they would prefer a label that could be removed. And so we have been testing removable labels on over 2 million shipments, and we're working with our partners and our fulfillment network to scale this in 2024. And once the customer receives the product, how does this affect their unboxing experience? Because we know that really has a lasting impression. So you can see from this example, Philips redesigned their complex one-blade packaging using only curbside recyclable materials. It resulted in 30% less packaging components and a reduction in packaging volume by 80%. So now, by being redesigned, it's easier to open, there's less material to dispose of, and it's a better experience. And you can see in the reviews that customers really tell us that this is important to them and that they really appreciate this packaging design. So with that, I would like to welcome Heather to the stage, and she's going to talk us through some principles of how to design packaging for the e-commerce customer.
Thanks, Rachel. Hi, I'm Heather Smith, Senior Business Development Manager on our Sustainable Packaging team. It's great to be with you all here today. Let's take a look at best practices for e-commerce packaging to participate in our Ships and Product Packaging program. Designing packaging for Amazon starts with your customers and works backwards so we can deliver a product they'll love. There are 3 primary factors for e-commerce packaging. First, protect. Packaging that is designed to prevent damages. Second, reduce. Removing unnecessary packaging materials and reducing the environmental impact and costs. Third, delight. Improve your customers' unboxing experience. When considering packaging designing to protect products, it's important to look at the entire journey from manufacturing all the way to your customer's doorstep. First, let's start by acknowledging that the distribution environment may differ from brick and mortar and e-commerce fulfillment. Starting both of these fulfillment channels, the product is often manufactured, palletized, and then placed on trucks. But it's here the paths might begin to diverge. For brick and mortar, products stay in those master cases or pallets, oftentimes until they're placed on store shelves. However, for e-commerce, that individual unit is removed from that master case once it arrives at fulfillment centers. And that individual unit may be touched around 20 times in e-commerce fulfillment, versus in brick and mortar, it might be closer to 5. Through thoughtful design, you can achieve packaging solutions that protect your product for the intended distribution. Another best practice to consider is designing to reduce. Reducing packaging materials to improve sustainability and potentially to save costs by eliminating unnecessary packaging features for the e-commerce customer. In this example, Hasbro was able to reduce their packaging components from 7 to 3, which decreased the cube by 68% with a more compact fit that is Ships and Product Packaging compliant. In e-commerce, you can also delight your customers through the use of detail pages and product imagery, and you can continue to build your brand's awareness and delight those customers from the moment they receive your package on their doorstep. This can help land you positive reviews. For example, customers love this no-waste packaging of the Blue Land cleaner. Here's an opportunity for you to delight your customers with thoughtful design, messaging, and branding. Now, let's dive into some examples of rigid Ships and Product Packaging. On the top row, these are all 6-sided rigid boxes that are securely sealed. The exact box style can vary, offering you a variety of opening experiences and branding opportunities. Boxes can be craft brown box material with one-color printing or full-color graphics. And on the bottom, some examples of what's not acceptable include protrusions such as hang tabs, die-cut windows, film windows, or shrink wrap. These features don't offer the protection needed to survive shipping and ultimately delight customers. And for flexible Ships and Product Packaging, examples include polybag, padded mailers, rigid envelopes, and paper bags. They need to be securely sealed and at least 2 mils thick. Some examples of what are not acceptable are protrusions such as ties, hangers, handles, and tags, as these impact a package's performance during distribution and erode that customer experience. Now, I'll pass the floor back to Rachel to dive into how we can get started in enrolling.
Thank you, Heather. So let's talk about how to jump in and get started. You can enroll today. We have a few opportunities. I mentioned the SIOC pilot program. We're still running this program. You can enroll today all the way through the end of this year. And then we will be launching the Ships and Product Packaging program in early 2024. And some additional technology and details will be coming out later this year. So we'll be jumping into the SIOC pilot program, your opportunity to enroll today. We are offering FBA fulfillment fee discounts. And these discounts are available for anything that is newly certified in 2023 and shipped into North America, including US and Canada, or the EU, including the UK, France, Spain, Germany, and Italy. And the discount rate is based upon the size and weight of the ASIN. But to give you some idea of what those discount rates can look like, in this year's pilot program, the average seller discount per unit for oversized tier products was $2.06 per unit shipped to customers, and for standard size was 31 cents per unit. And we've paid out over $2 million in seller discounts this year alone. So really excited for people to get involved in this pilot program, and we'll be walking through how you can do so, the steps, and the resources we have available. So how to enroll? Step 1, review your ASINs. Step 2, design the packaging to be compliant. Step 3, a drop test to ensure that the customer experience will not be compromised. Step 4, evaluating the product results, ensuring that you're keeping in mind the customer experience. And step 5, submit your enrollment and monitor the performance of your product and packaging. So to dive a little deeper into the details, we do have detailed guidelines available if you reach out to our email box, which will be at the end of this presentation. We are also going to have them on Seller Central coming up next year. But to give you a few overviews and high levels of what is considered eligible, we do have some products that are excluded from the program. So anything that's a dangerous good or hazmat item, including items with lithium batteries, are not able to be shipped in product packaging due to shipping regulations. Anything that has a problematic element, the packaging design that Heather talked about with hang tabs or windows, are not eligible as well. For size, all items, the outer packaging needs to be larger than 6 by 4 by 0.375 inches. And this is so that there's space for a shipping label. So keep that in mind. And then for flexible packaging, there is a weight limit. It needs to be smaller than 7 pounds or less. So it's a great fit for apparel items or small electronics, smaller type items. Once you've reviewed the guidelines and compared your products, which we've had the pleasure of many people stopping by the booth this week and showing us their product, you have to make sure that the design is a fit. And we've seen examples all week long and from many great conversations with sellers that often ASINs and packaging are already compliant or need very minimal conversion. It may be something as simple as adding a better piece of tape to seal. So please keep in mind that you want to make sure your product will arrive damage-free and it'll remain fully sealed when it gets to the customer's door. It doesn't always require a massive packaging renovation. And we have resources to help you support in identifying that opportunity, and also if you do need a redesign, what that could look like. Step 3 is to perform drop testing. So many products are self-test eligible. This means that you can do it at no cost, and it requires minimal equipment, just a camera to take before and after photos, a tape measure, which we've been handing out at the booth all week, so I hope you got your branded swag, and you need a pencil or pen to be able to mark off the sides of the box. Some items do require third-party lab testing. These are items that are more sensitive in nature. So those are things that are fragile, contain sharp items, contain liquids, or are granular with a diameter of less than 1 inch. And we want to make sure that those products, being slightly more sensitive throughout fulfillment, don't get damaged and don't compromise the customer experience. We do have a network of labs that we can suggest that are all certified to run this testing. So if you're going to do the self-testing yourself, it's as simple as numbering the sides of the box or bag, dropping it 17 times from different heights and orientations, which we can provide a video of how to do so, and checking the before and after. For anything in flexible packaging, you also need to drop a heavy box on top. This is to mimic if a box was to fall on it in a truck, would the package be okay, and would the flexible material puncture? We hear from our sellers this takes about 15 to 20 minutes to do. Some people have told me they do it in their garage over the weekend, so it's not a challenging process, and we're here to help along the way. Step 4 is to evaluate the product. Put yourself back into the shoes of the customer and ask yourself, is there critical damage? Does the product still work? Is it still sealed? But most importantly, would this be acceptable to a customer? And once it is, you can submit your application in Seller Central. Starting in October, we will have this available. And again, you can reach back out to our mailbox to get more information of how to do so. You can enter the tested ASIN and select all similar ASINs that we call a family. So if you do sell a variety of SKUs that are just a color variation or a minor size variation, think sizes of a shoe or colors of a shirt, those can all be submitted at one time. You don't need to test each individually. We're trying to make this as easy as possible for you. You can just test one, select all, and enroll them all at one time. You'll include those before and after photos and submit, and our packaging lab will take a look and certify and enroll on your behalf. At this point, this ASIN will be certified in a combination with your seller account only, and you can move on to receiving the discount. So to expand on some tools and resources for you, coming in 2024, we also will be launching additional features in Seller Central. And the goal of this is to help make this process easier, add visibility and transparency, and enable you to track your product and sustainability performance. The portal will have ASINs that are eligible, ASINs that are already certified, and ASINs that are pending certification, so you can track the status of your entire catalog. And we'll also be helping to identify eligible ASINs for you and product families for you to help you enable enrollment as quickly as possible. And then we'll have downstream dashboard reporting so you can see how much cost you've saved thus far by participating in the program. So another tool that we've been working to build for you is through the Send to Amazon portal. So as you inbound inventory, in 2024, you'll be able to see what the packaging prep instructions are for that ASIN. This helps you know the current status, but also take action, and you can enable the enrollment in ships and product packaging for future inbounded product. And along your sustainability journey, we've built the Sustainability Solutions Hub to help provide self-service access to you to resources, reporting, and service providers. This will be rolling out next month in US, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, and the UK. I'm really excited for this to help support you in your sustainability performance. In 2024, it will also include a reporting dashboard, which will enable you to track your packaging sustainability performance. So some of the data points you'll be able to find here include items such as certified ASINs, the estimated number of packages avoided, and the estimated packaging weight avoided for your catalog of products. And then if you're interested in understanding individual opportunities and eligible ASINs, you can go to our ships and product packaging portal that will be available. And as we've walked through this process, there may be places that you need help, and we're working to make sure you have the resources at your fingertips. So we've also launched a new category in the service provider network on Seller Central under sustainability. This includes packaging testing labs and design consultants. You can directly interface with them here, manage your requests, and provide feedback. And we're really excited to provide this to you as a resource. So now that we've walked through how you can participate in the program, Heather's going to talk us through some case studies and some examples so you can see what some brands and products are doing to participate. Welcome back.
Thanks again, Rachel. So I love finding new packaging inspiration, and so I'm excited to talk through packaging examples of ships and product packaging solutions that can protect your products, reduce packaging materials, and delight your customers. Ships and product packaging provides an opportunity to use packaging for on-pack branding and messaging, something that these sellers here have really exemplified. Cloud Paper in the top left highlights their sustainable focused messaging through on-pack graphics on their corrugate box and continues that messaging through their tape. Bar 5F has included a peelable QR code to direct customers to their website to find out more information. And Goalie, the red box at the bottom, uses a solid color box with knocked out white graphics, offering a pop of color with clean execution and clear customer messaging. Fragile products are those containing glass, ceramic, porcelain, clay, or liquids. And for fragile products, designing packaging that provides adequate protection is very important in meeting the customer expectations and ultimately delighting them. An example here is picture frames, and Songmike's has included internal components to protect and reduce damages. Flexible packaging solutions also offer opportunities for on-pack branding and messaging, and they may offer a lower cost solution. Consider using opaque bag materials to improve that customer experience when privacy is of concern. And for recyclable solutions, consider paper bag or rigid envelopes, as improved sustainability options. In addition to apparel, flexible packaging can be considered for other categories as well, potentially electronic accessories, plush toys, or even bedding, among others. And for sensitive products, it's important to preserve that customer experience, and these products include personal hygiene products, adult products, wigs, and undergarments. And therefore, sensitive products must be discreetly packaged. And what do we mean by that? As you can see here, this example is opaque, has limited branding and messaging to really maintain that privacy for the customer receiving this item on their doorstep. To find even more inspiration, check out our website to see Amazon's packaging solutions library and additional case studies. We'll have a QR code towards the end with that website. And to summarize, by participating in the Ships and Product Packaging program, you can save money by benefiting from lowered FBA fulfillment fees for eligible ASINs while improving your customer's experience. You can increase your brand's awareness and improve your sustainability impact by reducing packaging materials. Join us for our 2023 pilot program today, and in early 2024, join the full-scale program launch. For more information or specific questions, please reach us at our email box. Thank you all for joining us today.